Hi Care Bears kindergarten and families, welcome back. It's Mrs. Ung here. Today I have my teacup. It says coffee, but I'm actually drinking tea. There's a little tag that goes with it. Do you have tea at home? If you do, you can see if it's decaffeinated so that you can drink it too. Otherwise, you can brew one with your grown-up and see what color it is. Teas comes in different colors. By the way, is your family or grown-up sitting beside you? If not, I'll give you a few seconds to get them to come over. Go ahead, get them to come over and sit with you for the next few minutes. All right, I hope that you're all sitting comfortably because we're going to do some calendar time together. It's Monday, everybody. Monday. And today's date is this one. It's the 6th. Now, turn to your partner, your grown-up or your family, and show them 6 with your fingers. Go ahead. Great job. Some of you did this. That's 6. Some of you were using these fingers. Some of you were using these fingers. Those are all 6 using your fingers. Let's write a 6 together. Get your handy dandy pen ready. Maybe a real pencil or a real notebook. Here we go. Make a hoop and then a loop. Make a hoop and then a loop. There it is. 6. And our pattern picture today is the Easter egg. Should we read our pattern together up until 6? Here we go. Flower, umbrella, Easter egg. Flowers, umbrella, Easter egg. And you could see tomorrow's picture. I decided to show you the whole week's number so we can talk about them. Well, this week is a special week. We're only going to have 4 days of school. We're only going to have school on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There's no school on Friday and no school next Monday. Do you know why? Well, let me put on my little picture to show you there's no school. We do this at school every day, right? Do you remember that? So I'm going to put one right here where it would show 10. I'm going to put one right here where it would show 13. If you have a big calendar at home, you can do the same thing. You can go up to calendar, ask your grown-up if it's okay, and you draw a little X in the box so that you know there's no school on those days. And there are no school because Sunday the 12th, it's a special holiday for some people. Not everybody celebrate this holiday, but some of us celebrate this holiday, and it's called Easter. That's right, some of you know. Easter. Clap it with me. Easter. Starts with an E. Let's spell it together. E-A-S-T-E-R. Easter. Easter, it's a special holiday for some of us that celebrates it. And if you do, you certainly know, you can talk to your grown-up what it is. If you don't, sometimes during Easter time, you might see Easter eggs. Easter eggs are colorful eggs that you can color, or you can make them from real eggs. Or some of you might know Easter from seeing the Easter Bunny. The Easter Bunny likes to hide treats everywhere. Talk to your grown about Easter and see if you celebrate at home. I don't celebrate Easter at home, and that's okay, but I certainly like Easter chocolate eggs and seeing the Easter Bunny. So if you celebrate Easter, maybe you can send me an email or a picture of what you did over Easter long weekend. Again, there's no school on the Friday and no school on the Monday. Thank you so much for signing on to Google Meet so that I can see all of you. It was such a fun time and I missed all of you so much. So this week, we're going to have Google Meets on the school days, on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. What time are we meeting? That's right, 10 o'clock. Make sure to remind your grown-up, especially if you have older or younger siblings at home. Things can get a little busy. So today I want to read you a story about spring. Are you ready? Cozy up with your grown-up. Here we go. Are you ready for today's story? Today I have a story for you about all the things that happens during spring. Well, most of the things anyways. In this book, it's called When Spring Comes, and it's by one of my favorite author and illustrator, and his name is Kevin Henkes. Let's take a look at the cover of the book. It looks very springy. I see green grass and some flowers, and I see some kittens, and look, plants are all coming up. In this book, it's going to ask you to do something often, and it's waiting. It's going to ask you to wait and have patience. And the sign for wait looks like this. Take your hand, put it upside down, and just wiggle your fingers. Wait. Help me read this story together. When spring comes. Take a look at the beautiful cover pages. All the things that you might see in spring. Remember, a cover page helps get our mind ready for the story and gets our mind thinking about all the things we know about the topic. And in this case, the topic is spring. Before spring comes, the trees look like black sticks against the sky. That's the season of winter. We were just finishing up with winter. But if you wait, spring will bring leaves and blossoms. Blossom is another word for flowers that's opening up. It's very beautiful in spring when all the color starts coming up from the ground. If you wait, spring will make the leftover mounds of snow smaller and smaller and smaller, and suddenly they're gone. You don't see snow anymore. Before spring comes, the grass is brown. But if you wait, spring will turn it green and add little flowers. If you wait, an egg will become a bird. The bird is hatching. That's called hatching. A seed will start growing. Maybe we should plant something together, don't you think? Spring comes with sun, and it comes with rain. Guess what? And more rain, and more rain. It rains a lot in spring. Some places more than others, but it definitely starts raining. Do you like mud? Do you like puddles? I hope you like umbrellas, because when it rains, you probably need one. Before spring comes, the garden is just dirt and empty. But guess what spring does to it? But if you wait, spring will push green shoots through the dirt to fill up the gardens. Those green little plants are coming up because plants are growing in spring. The weather's starting to get warm. And spring will call out the pussy willows and new kittens too. Everything starts to come out. And remember, in our spring poem, Bear wakes up. Spring can come quickly or slowly. It changes its mind a lot. Just like in Edmonton, spring looks very different in Edmonton. Sometimes spring still feels like winter. Like today, when I'm recording the video, it's very cold outside, and even with snowing. What's the weather like today when you're watching the video? But when spring is finally here to stay, you will know it. There will be buds like flower buds and plant that are budding, and bees, bzzz, and boots for those puddles, and bubbles. There will be worms and wings and wind and wheels, little wheels on our bicycle. You will feel it. Spring would feel warm and comfortable. It might be wet too if it's raining. You will smell it. You could smell the flowers or the plants or the grass. And you will hear it. What are the sounds you would hear in spring? That's right, you could hear the birds or the bees or the bugs. When spring is finally here to stay, you might think you're done waiting, but no, you're not. Do you know what you're waiting for now that spring is here? Take a look at the picture. What do you think? You're right. Now you have to wait for summer. Summer's super fun. Lots of fun things to do in the summer, isn't it? Oh, look. The back cover page is different than the beginning. Let's show you again. The front cover pages show pictures of spring. And when we're done with the whole book, at the end, it's pictures of summer and things that happen in summer. So even when you close the book and finish the story, your brain is still thinking. It's thinking about things that are coming in the summer. And you know what? Before we say the end, I want to tell you, Kevin Henkes has books about all the different seasons. So you can find a book by Kevin Henkes about summer as well, and I think you'd really enjoy that. All right, let's say the end. The end. What were some of the things that you noticed in the book? Turn to your grown-up. Wait, listen to the question first. In a minute, when I say go, turn to your grown-up and tell them 2, maybe 3, maybe even 4 things that you saw in the book about spring. Maybe it's the flowers that's budding. Maybe it's the rain that's coming down. Maybe it's the snow that's melting. Exchange answer with each other. You go first, and then have your family go and tell you after that. You ready? Okay, turn and tell your partner things that you saw in this book about spring. Go. Did you do it? You can still talk about it after the video is over. In fact, you can go online, go to Epic Books or the YouTube to look for spring books read aloud and maybe get more ideas that way. You can certainly make a video or take pictures of spring or make a video of you telling me about spring and send it to me on email. Well, before we say goodbye, I want to tell you our plan this week for Google Meets. If you haven't signed up already, make sure that you go into the Google Classroom and learn how to sign on to Google Meet so that we can meet every school day at 10 o'clock. This week, I want to do some drawing with you. So make sure that when we're Google Meeting, you have your pencil or something to write with and your little notebook that I sent home with you, or just a piece of paper. So you need a pencil and your notebook with you when we meet on Google Meet. We're going to do some drawing together. We're going to do a story together. We'll do some more shared activity where everybody gets a turn to talk and learn to use the microphone, which you were really good at. Great job. And I also want to do a labeling activity towards the end of the week with you. So every time when we meet on Google Meet, make sure you have your pencil and your notebook because we need our tools to help us learn. That's it for this week. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.